Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to see how grouping by collectors work in Java. And before going to start, I assume you have a basic understanding of Java 8 features. Grouping by is a method available in Stream API collectors class and which provides us the functionality similar to group by clause in SQL language. So we are going to explore this concept with various examples. So let's get started. Okay, let me give you one scenario of group by. So suppose we have list of employees. We want to group by employees based on their name. So I want to create a map. Key will be the name and value will be the list of employees who has same name. So let's see how we can do that using Java 8. So I have a employee class. This class has fields name, age and salary. And I have added one constructor. Also I have getter and setter methods. I have this group by demo class where I have created a list of employees. So as you can see, get employee arrays as list. So here I have set name, age and salary. So here you see Neha name has been added twice. So now we are going to group by this employees list based on their name. So what we are expecting, this it should create a map where it should map such a way that name should be mapped with the list of employees. So we'll create a map where name will be the key and value will be the list of employees who has the same name as key. So let's start. So here I have created a employees list of employee. So I'll stream through this. Employees.stream dot collect. So as I told you, grouping by is a method available in collectors class and grouping by is a static method. So I have imported like import static. So now grouping by method I am going to call. So what we are going to do here, so we are going to group by name. So for that we will be passing this method reference employee get name and we will assign this to a variable by name. So as you can see here, this grouping by is a method available in collectors class which takes one parameter classifier. Classifier is nothing but function, a function we are passing. So here you see we are passing get name. So based on the name we are going to group this employee list. So if I try to print this, you can see the result by name. Here this is you can see this is a map, key is the name and value is the list of employees. So this starts one list. So in our employees list, as you can see, we have two employees with same name Neha. So both the employees will be in this list. So Neha is 30, 65,000 salary. Another employee named Neha is 34, salary 45,000. Then another employee we get Sarah, name Sarah is 25 and salary 50,000. Then another employee details of Ajit. So name Ajit is 30 and salary 25. So this is how we can do the group by functionality in Java 8. So if you go to this group by function, as I told you, it accepts a classifier and that is nothing but a function. So we are passing that get name function. So if you want to group by based on age or based on salary, so same way you can pass this employee method reference operator, get name, get age or anything, whatever based on you want to group by, you can pass that. So function group by, it returns a collector. So here you see it returns a map type and in map key is the string type. So string type from where we get, so grouping by, based on what we are grouping by, that will be our key, and type of that field we assign it as the type. So get name, we are getting the string type, so here we have mentioned string type. Suppose get salary or get age we want to do, then this type will be integer, and another the value will be list of employees. So this is how the output we got by name, and value is the list of employees. Another grouping by scenario is interviewer will ask you, suppose we have a list of employees, and employees will be having same name. So create a map where key will be the name and value will be the count of same name employees we have. So suppose we have name Neha multiple times, so we need to provide a map in which name Neha and value will be how many employees we have of with name Neha. So let's see how we can achieve that with Java 8 grouping by method. First we'll create a stream of employees dot stream dot collect grouping by. So in first scenario we did group by based on name, and here to group by we were passing a single argument. So we also have a overloaded method in collectors class which will take two parameters. So grouping by, we are going to group by based on name and count of same name. So here we'll give employees get name, and we are going to get the count of each name. So we have another method called counting that is also available in collectors class. Dot where by name count, and we are going to print this. So here you can see we are going to collect a map where key will be a string type and value will be long type. So why it is, because here in this employee we are saying like key will be name, so get name which is a string type, so key will be string type, and counting will get a number, so that type is long type. Let me run this. So now as you can see here, by name count we have Neha 2, Sara 1, Ajit 1. So if you see this employee list, Sara name has come 1, Neha name twice, and Ajit name once. So this is how we get name and count of the name. So in first example we saw how we can group by name, and it provided us a map which has key as name and value as list of employees. So suppose we want to group by based on name, and key should be the name and value should be list of age of the employees, not the employee object. So let's see how we can achieve that. Okay, I'll create a stream dot collect. So here we are going to group by name. In the first example we saw how we can group by name. So this group by when we pass one single parameter, so what it returns map of key will be the name and value will be list of employee. So in this scenario what we are going to do, like we are going to group by name, but we don't want list of employee, we want list of age of the name. So we have another, so this is grouping by get name, and we need to pass another function called mapping, and based on what we are going to map, we are going to map the age to the name. So here we will get the employee get age, and we are going to create a list of that. So we need to assign this to a variable. So as you can see here, we'll name this variable as group by name and age. So here we are getting a map where key will be of string type, that is our get name type, and value will be list of integer. Why integer? Because we are getting list of age. So in first example we saw we were getting list of employee, but here we will be getting list of age. So this type is integer. So let's print this. So as you can see here, by name age, our key, this is one map where key is name and value is list of age of the employees whose name is Neha, and the name of the, when name is Sarah, and Sarah's age. So here in this employee, if you can see, we have name Neha, age 30, Neha age 34. So here you see Neha name 30 and 34, Sarah only one employee, so that age is 25, Ajit one employee with age 30. So this is one example of grouping by, and this is also one most asked interview question. So this is overloaded method of grouping by, where we pass two parameters. There is another grouping by method which takes three parameters. Let's explore that. So if you go to grouping by method, you see here it's calling another grouping by method by passing classifier, a hash map and a downstream. So that means we have another grouping by methods in this collector class which takes three parameters. So we will explore that. Employees stream collect grouping by. So we are going to group by employee name, and our second argument will be tree map new mapping. Will give the same mapping based on employee age, and we will collect in list. So let's assign this to a variable tree map by name age, and let's print this. Okay, so in this grouping by, what we are doing, we are passing here three parameters. First is based on which we are going to group by. So we are going to group by based on name. The second parameter is tree map. So in earlier examples we saw like how this collects return a map type which is by default a hash map type. If you go to this grouping by function, you see this is internally calling this grouping by method, and by default it gives a hash map type. So if we want to change this hash map type to tree map, we can assign this tree map method reference operator new, and we can create tree map instead of a map. So let me print this. So as you can see here, tree map is a sorted map. So it will give you result in sorted order. So first name Ajit will come, then Neha, then Sara. This comes as alphabetical order. So suppose you have a scenario where we have to get the sorted map based on the key, then you can also go with tree map. So this is the few examples we have in grouping by. Let me know if you want to know anything extra on grouping by. Thank you.